W is Sam Washburn, the guy that started me playing D&D back when we were in college.
So you're the one we have to blame for this.
Yes,
I mean-
I'm blamed for everything,
It's okay.
especially when I'm a player.
Yeah.
I usually get made party leader because I make decisions, and then when things go south, I get all of the blame.
I feel that. I really do.
That's because you force it, Rex. Anyways,
I don't.
I won't
I'm
get
just
into that.
incompetent.
Yeah, he is. Brax is too. Let's go ahead and start this. I got it recording and streaming. We're good to go.
All right, everybody, welcome to Wicked City, Session 18. Wait, I can explain. Last time, let's see, over here on the map of Waterdeep, the party was split up into a bunch of, into three different groups. Blinken and Huel were over here in the Sea Ward of Waterdeep at Castellanter Villa. They were just going to scope it out, but they decided to go ahead and get on into the villa and see if they could rescue Elzerna Castellanter because they suspect her parents are going to sacrifice her to some kind of demon lord that they worship. Blinken was over here in the North Ward of Waterdeep at their bar that they own called Troll Skull Manor. They're in the process of renovating it right now. And while Blinken was there alone, he got a visit from some kind of demonic creature called the Used Cart Salesman. The Used Cart Salesman has been popping in and out of this campaign. He sold a cart to Huel, and Huel has to pay him 25 gold pieces every week. And he seems to be a lot more connected to the larger plot than he implies. He really tried to get Blinken to make a deal with him for fixing up the bar, for giving Blinken a hint about how to get to the Dragon Vault quicker, or offering to help take out some of the other villains in this campaign. But Blinken refused, but did ask him plenty of questions, figuring out that Avi, the used cart salesman, appears to be from the Hells and is a very powerful lord down there somewhere. Elsewhere, Inshi went to go visit his family at Suput Goblin Village, where he found that his family was panicking because the evil nobles, the Castellanters, are trying to kick the goblins out of their village so that the Castellanters can start a forestry business with all the trees there. But Inshi's family has made a deal with the Ruby Rabbits, a group of radicals that live outside the city that want to kill all nobles and turn the city of Waterdeep into a workers' paradise. Inshi's family agreed to give the Ruby Rabbits 15 of their best fighters for the Ruby Rabbits to train and defend their village with, and to defend the rest of the poor people that live outside of Waterdeep. And Inchi agreed to try to get some weapons smuggled from inside the city out to the Ruby Rabbits. Inchi also met the used car salesman out here, and the used cart salesman Avi tried to get Inchi to make a deal with him, to get him closer to the Dragon Vault, to maybe take out Schema Weirdbottle, or to find out some information about the Vault of Dragons. And Inchi refused, trying to attack the used cart salesman at one point, but the used cart salesman said, "Drop that dagger," and Inchi dropped it immediately. Whoever this person is, he appears to be very powerful. Does anybody have any questions before we get started?
No, not me.
Nope.
All right. So, Inshi, you are walking away from Suput village. You're making your way back to the city of Waterdeep. And as you're walking along, it's nighttime. You know, a few of these houses out here have torchlights or campfires outside. And when you get closer to them, you recognize there's a lot more campfires than usual. And there's tents placed out here. There seems to be a lot more people living outside the city. Do you stop and ask them any questions, or do you just keep on walking by? Sean?
Did hear his
Where'd
mic for
Sean
once.
go?
He's there. I just saw him unmute and mute. So
Um,
I
oh,
think
damn.
I think he's having issues with the mic.
Technical difficulties.
Tis a
Oh.
weekly occurrence.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
man, we can hear you.
Sweet. Fucking finally. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, hello. I and she would walk up to the nearest dude camping outside.
This dude appears to be kind of sickly. He's frail. He's very skinny. He seems to be just skin and bones. And he's warming himself by a fire and eating some what appears to be like a carrot that he pulled out of the ground and brushed the dirt off. He gives you a suspicious look as you walk up.
Oh, you're an ugly one. Are you sick?
He says, sick, poor, underfed. Yeah, mate, I'm a lot of things. But you ain't one to be
And
calling people ugly.
Brown's a whiner too. What are you doing out here?
He says, them guards from inside the city kicked me out for begging. Said it wasn't a place for beggars anymore. That's not how it was under Laurel Silverhand. She let us stay in the city. Let us have a chance there, nice and secure within the walls. The city guard said that the open lords declared that any beggars have to either join a workhouse or leave the city. Can you believe that, mate?
Well, how about you get up off your feet and earn it like a man and steal your gold?
He says, I used to do that back in the day, but I got something wrong with my bones. And he looks you up and down and says, you got any gold on you?
Nothing for the likes of you. How about you go back to your groveling somewhere else? And then she walks on.
He gives you a wicked look as you walk past. Maybe 10 or 15 years ago, he would have tried to rob you, but he just doesn't have the energy for it now. Inchi, as you walk along, you notice that these people around these tents and campfires are more or less the same. There's a bunch of older people here, and then a few people that have children that are huddled around these fires, and they've taken off their coats and they've wrapped their children in it. It's getting closer and closer to winter. The air at night is getting more and more frigid. But you walk all the way up. You get to the southern gate or the river gate of Waterdeep, and you're asked to present your Waterdeep ID to get in. It should be in your inventory.
And she would just pull it right out of his waistband, show it to the guards.
I say, all right, Goblin, come on in. Come on in. Get out of there. The riffraff out there is getting a bit much, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it's starting to stink.
He says, yeah, it is. Get in there and don't cause us any trouble. Inchi, once you get into the city of Waterdeep, where are you going to go? It's
Uh,
about midnight, I think.
let's see. We need to be back at the school to teach in the morning, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And she would head to the school.
It's midnight right now. You're just going to go to the school?
Mm,
It'll only take you about 30 minutes. Like I said, walking the city takes about an hour from north to south.
right, right. The last time that we were all together was at the school, correct?
No, y'all were all at Troll Skull Manor, the bar
But
that
yeah,
y'all own.
yeah. No, he wants to be nice and prepared for his class in the morning, like a good old teacher.
All
No,
right,
and
yeah.
she just wants to go back to school and sleep
Yeah, you could sleep on the grounds outside somewhere.
behind a bush.
Okay, all right, I'll drag you over there. You walk for about 30 minutes. There's nightlife about, but not too much. Again, you can't enter El Torchel villa as a goblin, so you'd have to sleep probably in the trees about right here.
Okay.
All right, you're outside a temple. There are chants going on from the worshippers and clerics inside. Going over to Blinken at Troll Skull Manor. Blinken, you are cuddled up on your bed in Troll Skull Manor. Y'all haven't gotten new beds in here, so you're sleeping on one that kind of has some of the stuffing ripped out. This manor was derelict for about 10 years before y'all won it as a prize from Volothrop Guddard. You have your baby golden dragon, or not baby anymore, I guess he's a teenager, golden dragon, Aranex. Do you let him sleep on the bed with you?
If there is enough room, yeah, but if not, like probably right beside, on the floor.
You know, if he gets much bigger, there's not going to be room, but you're a gnome, so there's plenty of room on the bed right now. He
Okay.
is cuddled up next to you, and like I said last session, when y'all sleep, your psychic connection kind of becomes stronger, and y'all share dreams. You were flying over the city with Aranax back when he was a fully grown ancient gold dragon, the protector of Waterdeep, Aranax. But that dream has shifted and changed, and you're now falling, 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 and there's all kinds of things chasing you as you fall. Imps, devils, beholders, and gangsters from all over, and it feels like even as you're falling, they're gonna fall on top of you and smother you. It's all just a little bit too much. What have you gotten yourself into with this grand heist against all these villains going for the Vault of Dragons? It's overwhelming at first, but then you hear a voice, that familiar voice of Galanis, say, "Now what is a thief if not a relentless optimist?" Aranax wakes up. He nuzzles you a little bit, waking you out of your bad dream. He is a little bit cold. He wants to get under the blanket with you.
Okay. I'm like, a little groggy. I'm like, fine. I'll lift up the blanket and, come on, let's go.
He gets under the blanket with you, and before he lays down, he looks at you, and he only has one eye, and he doesn't have a mouth, but you can see that big, gleaming green eye look right at you before he rests his head on the pillow, and you both drift back to sleep. And now, over here at Castellanter Villa, we go back to Thorgrin and Huel. Let me drag you to the map. I redid the map, so this is actually the full Castellanter Villa map with everything that you have discovered. So just to recap, y'all entered about right here. You climbed over the walls. Then you came up here to the butterfly garden, and you took out these two guards right here. You tied them up and threw them in a bush. Then you entered up this stairwell onto the second floor right here. You walked around this storage room right here. You came out into the banquet hall. You avoided this marble statue of a dancing woman, and you walked upstairs to the third floor. You didn't do much exploring. You were just looking for Elzira Castellanter. You came up here to the third floor, and you came up to this room, and you discovered it was a playroom. And you heard in the bedroom next door Elzira arguing with her brother Tenzero. There was this woman here who was Libya, the children's nanny, a tiefling woman with red skin and short horns. She was asleep, and you decided that you were going to try to grapple her and tie her up, but she woke up, and you ended up punching her until she was unconscious. You didn't make a noise, but Elzira came out because of the argument that she was having with her brother. And the last thing that happened was she looked at Thorgrin with blood on his fist and Huel and her nanny knocked out, and she tried to scream. She tried to scream for the butler, Milton, but she's so scared that all she was able to do was whisper, "Ma, Milton?" Thorgrin, Huel, what do you do?
I mean, for now, I'm gonna. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. I was gonna cast silence, but that makes us everyone quiet.
I feel like that would be the plan. uh,
He would like put his hands up, like showing like we're not hostile. I'm like, hey, listen, we can explain.
She doesn't recognize either of you because you were both disguised when y'all were at the school earlier today, and you saw her singing that song from your vision, Huel. Save me, get me the hells out of here. She knows something bad is going to happen to her, the same thing that happened to her brother Osvaldo. So she's scared of you, she doesn't know what to do, and she's probably only going to be scared for another turn. What do y'all want to do?
Operation Sock. Let's go.
Before you Operation Sock, I would try to play the song on like he'd pull out the harp and play it quietly, like he's gently hitting the strings, you know.
Yes, so it was
Maybe
the
maybe this.
song The End by the Doom Raiders. It starts with "Come one, come all to this tragic affair."
Yeah, and he's like whispering it to like, come on, you know, like in a low voice, you know. Trying to convince her, like, you
Um,
know, like we saw her like earlier, you know. We know something's up
roll.
too, right? Like,
I will let you choose. You can roll performance or persuasion.
ooh, both of those. Do performance.
Yes, and I would emphasize being quiet because I've loaded up the house with all the NPCs that are supposed to be here, and oh boy, it's a lot.
Yeah, like I said, he's like plucking the strings quietly, and he's even like whispering
Ooh,
the
shit, yeah,
lyrics.
yeah, with that 19, yeah. It's nice and soft, and she recognizes the song immediately, and she looks at you two, very, very confused, and she sings along with you. Wipe off that makeup, what's in is despair. And she's kind of confused, but she's listening to you. Thorgren, what do you do?
Okay, so I want to do a few things. I'm gonna have my hands up, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to persuade her, which is not my strong suit here.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help you. Don't yell. Uh,
Okay. Um,
and with that said, if it's okay with you, I would like to ready an action.
okay, what action is that?
I'm a dive at her.
Oh boy.
So Huel is singing, or she's singing, so throw on the black dress, mix in with the lot. You might wake up and notice you're someone you're not. And you're gonna dive at her?
No, I'm gonna try to get her. Like I'm walking to. Like I'm gonna step towards her. Hey,
Okay.
don't yell. We're here to help you.
Okay.
And
All
if
right.
she does, then I'm gonna dive at her.
All right. When she says that lyric, you might wake up and notice you're someone you're not. She asks you, what are you doing here?"
You know, we
Get
kind of don't know either. We know something's
getting
up.
you the hells out of here.
Exactly what he said. Look,
She's
we didn't harm your nanny over there. Or
Much,
whoever she's just
She's bleeding.
we made her look like that. Yeah, she's not hurt at all.
much.
No, it's a spell made her look like that. She's fine.
Didn't y'all cast a spell on her to make her look normal?
Oh yeah, we did. Never scratch
Yeah, we
that.
did. Yeah, we're good.
She looks
Yeah, nothing
completely
happened.
normal. There's that blood in his hands. That was before we came in here.
That's even more concerning.
She says, I've been surrounded by, I've been surrounded by demons my whole life. Are you angels?
He looks over at
Yes.
Morgan. I was too short. Like I'm the halfling bard. He's the dwarf, and
All
I
right.
think we're far from angels, but we
The
ain't demons.
Thorgrin said yes, so roll deception
Oh,
with
shit.
advantage. If you pass this, she will trust you.
16 across the board.
There you go, man. So she steps forward to you and she says, This house is very dangerous. My brothers, my father, all the servants, they're in some kind of. And you hear from above you. And you hear chains rattling. They're not moving, they're just rattling almost directly above you.
I mean, she piqued my curiosity, but now she has my attention.
She says, Oh no, oh no, that's my brother. He follows me everywhere I go. He's supposed to protect me, but I think he's keeping me from running away. If we go, he'll follow us. He doesn't like doing it, but he kills people. The master makes him.
We can ask you more of these questions after we get out of here.
She
I feel
says,
like
Okay, Mr. Angel. And she holds her hand out to you. She looks so terrified. And she's wearing like golden silk pajamas.
okay. So, can I peek into the bedroom?
She says, No, no, my other brother's there. He's not a demon, but he is a monster. And you remember that you did see her twin brother, Tenzero, the same age as her, born the same day as her. He was a bit weird. He tried to touch the weave that was inside of the school, and the weave seemed to retreat from him. The magic of the world does not like him for some reason.
Okay. Is it possible that she can go in there and get other clothes?
Ask her, see what she says.
You know what? Fuck it. That's just going to waste more time. All right. Huel, you ready?
Looks around. Yeah, dude, I'm ready.
I have to zoom in on her name so I can read it. Alenzra, are you ready?
Elzerna
Elzerna, are you ready?
says, Yeah, yes, sir, Mr. Angel.
Okay. For your protection, I'm going to take some of the linens that I stole earlier and like loosely like wrap her like a cloak on top, like, and then cover her head with it. Not like fully like cover her face and everything, but like so she has like a cloak on, right?
Okay,
So
all right, yeah. I
okay.
think you would. You have a all black cloak. You bought that before.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, y'all are all the same size, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna look at Huel, and I'm going to pull out my no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna hand Huel my dagger and be like, "Can you carve an eye into the door frame, please? Like many eyes,
Aye.
Oh, that's good.
because if anything goes sideways, Alenzra, can you close your ears for a second? The angels have to talk."
She puts her hands over her ears, but she's looking at you in wide-eyed amazement/terror.
I need you to make many eyes on the door to make sure that whoever discovers that this happened makes sure that they don't think it's us and they think it could be somebody else. You know, like say a guild of thieves who are known to worship a person with many eyes. Um, and it would help throw them off our track, especially seeing how they're a noble family. And kidnapping and assaulting members of noble families is punishable by death. That would be bad for us.
I mean, it is pretty smart, but hope it doesn't come back around. Then I start bust out the dagger and I start carving the eyes.
Which door are you carving that on? The south door or the west door?
I would have pointed to the south door, like the inside of the south door.
Okay.
Um, and then I'm gonna wave at her and say she can, you know, move her hands.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look out the window. Does the outside of the window lead us outside of El Torchel
It you're
or
in
the villa?
Castellanter Villa right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Each floor is 25 feet high, so you are
Okay.
75 feet off the ground right now.
Okay.
But yeah, from where you are, you'd be looking down on this tree right here. Stop licking my hand, Duke.
We'd be looking at that tree
Stop.
there.
Yes.
So this window. One second. I need to zoom out. This window here is this window here.
This window right here. I thought you were talking about the north window.
Okay. No.
So yeah, if you jumped out of that, you would be technically outside of the grounds,
Okay.
and that's
I'm
just
going.
cobblestone street.
Okay. When Huel is done, I'm gonna wave him over to me, and I'm gonna hold out my hand, for the girl, and my other hand for Huel, and I'm gonna be like, you both, should hold on for a second.
Oh boy.
The angels have a plan.
Do they?
This one
You
does.
might.
Okay. It takes you about 30 seconds to carve that in, and as you're finishing it up, Huel and Thorgrin, you hear a voice from the children's bedroom go, Elzana, Elzana, please, it was just a joke. Don't rattle on me, Taliba. Come on, and you hear small, soft footsteps coming towards the door. And then also, from this door, you hear a different voice, a woman's voice, go, Liba, Liba, what is that? What is that noise? It sounds like someone's scratching something. So you got something coming from this door and this door. What do you do?
All right, so I'm going to grab both of them like you would fighting children, and I'm gonna look at Huel and be like, slap me.
Slap you.
Slap me!
I'm gonna squint at him.
I'm gonna start shaking you.
What?
Slap me! I'm getting louder.
Oh, you're a fool. I'm gonna. Huel just starts smacking him.
All right, I'm gonna rage. And so I've covered Alenzra, or however you say her name,
Elzerna.
in a ton of linen. So she's covered.
Mhm.
Huel is Huel.
Mm-hmm.
I am holding both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sprint for the window.
Okay.
Eh,
Sprint towards the window. I think with all of your
This
weight,
one.
you would definitely break through it easily.
Well, I was going to say, worst comes to worst, I'm headbutting that window.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you go through it head first. You're a dense, thick dwarf. So it cracks and you go through, and as soon as Elzerna realizes what's happening, she screams.
It's okay, the angels are going to fly!
Moments later, y'all are outside of the window, free falling, 75 feet in the air, nothing but cobblestone street beneath you. Huel, did you resist this at all? I should give you the
No, but
chance to do that.
I'm casting a spell as he's jumping
Yeah.
out the window.
Okay. Thank God.
Like as he hits the window and doesn't explain himself and jumps out, I'm gonna cast Featherfall.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thank you so much.
So we got us three, creature like me,
Uh huh. Yeah. I
Azirna,
was about.
and then Thorgan.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say I would take half damage from the fall.
I still think that would kill you, dude.
No, 75
I mean,
feet at 1d6 per 10 feet. That's 76. Uh, and then I half that.
Just
I
for shits and
mean,
giggles, let's see what that would
yeah.
be.
I was gonna say roll the damage out. I'm casting
You-
Featherfall to.
Do you want me to roll it or do you?
I'll roll it.
Okay.
So all in all, it would have been 27 damage. So
Oh, he would have been fine.
14.
Oh, I would have been
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
I was
guess
just
you
casting
all,
it anyways.
except for her, would have been fine.
Well, I mean, I'm holding her off the ground, so when I
Oh yeah.
land, it's all going into my knees.
I
Unless
think
I
that could,
superhero land with Huel.
I think that could have worked. Yeah, that could have worked. You could have limped away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad, not bad. That's nice to know that you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all break through the window, you free fall for a couple of feet, and then Huel's feather fall kicks in, and you would only fall 10 feet per second, and you would take no damage from the fall when you land. Elzerna is screaming for a little while, and then when she notices she's not in danger, she holds you close and looks out around her in a little bit of wonder, some tears streaming from her eyes. And as y'all land, each of you thunk, thunk, thunk on the cobblestone path, you hear voices from up above you saying, "What was that? What in the hell's Labor? Labor, wake up, Labor!" And then you see, looking up, there is a small boy with a head of golden blonde hair just looking out the window and looking down at the three of you with a dead look in his eyes. And you hear that boy say at the top of his lungs, "Milton!" What do you do?
Well, I have a 35 movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna dash. And I'm moving 70 feet the fuck away from here.
Yeah, I'm with them. Same thing. Same
And I'm still
traffic. Just
carrying her,
running.
by the way.
Yes, of course. All right.
And,
Which direction is y'all running?
well,
Oh, shit, this will actually be kind of fun.
you know what? I kind of want to run a little bit north.
Okay.
Well, we're
Going.
where Huel is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, north and then to the right.
Well, this map is definitely not to scale.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. But I'd say 70 feet per round. You'd get about right here at the first round. Inchi, you are like pulling like your cloak tight around yourself. You found some leaves that you've shoved into a pile to make a nice little pillow. And then you hear the sound of thundering footsteps. And you swear that you hear like an alarm going off, like the city watch ringing a bell. Uh, do you look out at this commotion, or do you just kind of get onto your makeshift bed?
And she tries to ignore it for a minute. He just puts a sleeve over his ear and just says, "Quiet down up there." Mm. And after a while, whenever it doesn't stop, he then goes to check.
Yeah, you then hear someone say, "Someone has kidnapped the Castellanta lady! Someone has kidnapped young Lady Castellanta!"
That's what they deserve.
You said you would go check it out.
Yeah, yeah.
As you step out onto the street here by the House of Wonder, you see your friends, Thorgrin and Huel, running down the street as fast as they possibly can, carrying a small girl with golden pajamas and a cloak wrapped around her golden hair. And what do you do?
Does it look like anyone's in pursuit of them?
About like maybe 140 feet behind them, you can see like some torches of the City Watch and a couple of the royal guards that work for the Castellanters.
Okay. Uh, well then, in between my party and these guards, and she wants to cast Silent Image
Mm-hmm.
of a zombie heading for them. You know, just like a bloody, like a limb falling off zombie just approaching the guards.
All right, fantastic. There we go. There's a City Watch token. Ba-bam. All right, you said you're going to cast a zombie.
Yes, Silent Image of a zombie.
All right, can that thing move?
Ah, shit, my screen's freezing up. Let's see. Create the image of an object no larger than a 15-foot cube. The image is purely visual, and the image can move.
All right, I assume you send it shambling off towards them.
Yes, well, slowly shambling towards the guards.
Okay, and then you run away with your buddies.
Yeah.
All right, everybody as a group, where are you running to next? You're actually running next to El Torchel Villa.
Hard right.
Hard right, okay.
Yep.
So y'all would be on Mendour Street. You are in the seaboard. You know that if you keep going right, you'll basically arrive at Troll Skull Manor in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in about a minute.
I mean, should we go right there? Kind of like loop around and make
Well,
sure
I
we're
was
not
gonna
being
say,
trailed.
with you in my arm, the kid in the other arm, and Inchy on my back, I was thinking of taking maybe another right turn
Oh, so you're
and then
just
another
carrying
left.
everybody.
Oh, I'm the wagon right now. I'm carrying everybody. Full
Yeah, it's
panic mode.
Okay, so you said a left?
as he caught up to the
No.
others, he fucking jumped onto Brex.
So
No,
Yeah, there you
when I
go.
came
Thorgren.
up, you said we're on this street here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we ran up this way, yeah, on this corner here, we're gonna take a right.
Okay. As
And
y'all zigzag through these streets, it seems like after you pass a block, immediately like the alarm bell starts ringing, and you can hear like more City Watch stepping out and like getting activated. Take a left down this street, and as you're passing, uh-huh.
actually, if the alarm is just getting worse, we're gonna cut through.
Okay.
'Cause it looks like right here you can just zip through the.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we'll do that instead if the alarm's getting louder.
All right. I mean, y'all got a good head start. I'm not gonna make y'all do any rolls, unless y'all want to do something crazy. With your zigzagging pattern, you're already what 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away from Castle Villa. Um, you're just gonna make your way to Troll Skull Manor, just being careful.
Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna take y'all there. Y'all would enter Troll Skull Alley through the northern entrance and come down here, and you would basically be at the entrance to Troll Skull Manor. Again, you can hear not far off the boots of the city watch, or kind of far off, so you kind of hear the ringing bells of the city watch. And y'all would just enter Troll Skull Manor.
Before we enter the manor,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask her name again. Does she have any trinkets on her?
Mm.
Do you have rings, jewelry, hairpin,
A
uh,
necklace.
a necklace? Did anybody give you jewelry of some kind, or say, does she have a toy doll with her? Anything that can be used via a tracking spell, like if I put it on a ring and give it to the person, I can track the ring, kind of thing.
She says, "My mother gave me this ring a couple of years ago. It's grown with me." And she shows you her left hand, and there is a ring on there that has a pattern of chain links on it.
Okay. I will give this back to you, but for your and our safety, the angels need to hide this temporarily.
She says, I, I, I'm sorry, Mr. Angels, but I can't take it off."
What do you mean you can't take it off? Like,
She says, "My mother told me to never take it off. It protects me."
I can just cut your finger off.
No,
And you'd
you
still-
go inside.
But the ring would still be on the finger.
Huel, please.
and he's talking crazy, but he does have a point. They don't know we're here.
Can I can I look at the ring? Can I take it off?
Yeah,
Is
you
it
try
like
to you put
okay.
your thick fingers on it and you try to pull it, and when she says she can't take it off, it cannot physically be removed.
Oh, jeez. She means it can't be. I see what she means.
She says, "I'm sorry, Mr. Angel. I'd give it
No,
to
no,
you
no,
if I
no.
could. I would, I
It's
promise."
not your fault. It's okay. Just means we have to change the plan a little bit. I'm gonna bring her inside.
And she holds up his dagger.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna hold
yeah,
up
no,
my
yeah.
axe.
I can't speak for Inchi. I was making a joke. But you enter the manor.
Yeah. And first step is Blinken's room. No
Blakehead, wake up!
knocking. No knocking, no
Blakehead!
yelling. I'm just kicking that door in.
All right.
Oh,
Holding the
what the
kid in my arms.
fuck? What?
Yeah, Blinken, you're having like a much better dream. Like you're like gardening some weird vegetables or something. Actually, Blinken, which room is yours? I don't think we established that.
I thought it was. What the fuck?
This is Inchi's room. I know that.
Yeah, I thought it was probably the third floor, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because it was supposed to be like, yeah, I think it's this one
Oh,
over here.
yeah. This one? Oh, okay. The one to the north? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on your bed with Aranax. You're like having like a dream where like you and Aranax are like gardeners, and like Aranax is like humanoid, but he's still like he looks like a small dragonborn. And then all of a sudden, four
Yeah,
people burst into your room.
yeah. Literally, he kicked the
Thorgrid's
door down.
screaming your name.
I'm like, what the fuck?
All right.
I like, rub my eyes a little bit and I look at the group and I see a little girl and I'm like trying
You
to
know
put two
instantly
together.
who it is.
Right, I put two and two together and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing here?
The angels have done the thing.
Yeah, we're gonna cut her
She
finger
is...
off in
No,
here. She
we're
might wanna
not.
get-
You be quiet.
It's an option. Listen, we don't
We
have
have
to cut it out.
rescued her.
I kind of
The angels have rescued her.
Oh, rescued. And I do air quotes.
I, I'm still like when he did the air quotes, and I'm like looking at everyone side eyeing, and I'm like, so you. I like
Rescued
tried.
her.
I tried to like be very careful with my words since it's a little girl. Rescued her, and I
With the
tried to
full
do a,
intent of it being a rescue, yes.
and I tried to do like a fake smile, like this is all cool, but at the same time, I'm like, why?
She smiles with her mouth, but her eyes are like wide in terror.
And I'm like, yeah, it looks like a good rescue mission. I point at her face. She looks pretty happy.
Listen,
Thorgrin, she does
listen.
not leave your side at all
Do you like dogs?
because we're not allowed to have dogs. Daddy is allergic.
Have you ever played with a dog before?
No.
I'm like, oh no,
Okay,
you're
well here
not.
I'm gonna introduce you to one. Come over here.
I assume you're introducing her to
Yes.
Aranex.
No,
Okay.
no,
Yes.
no. Aranax.
Okay.
No.
If Schizo is blocking me from Aranax, I'm gonna like
Yeah.
step beside him and quietly whisper.
Yeah.
Look, it was this, or we dealt with her, and we kind of saved her because there's a demon in her upstairs, and her brother's a psychotic killer, and no one was extremely harmed in the process.
As I hear the bells ringing outside, right? Am I hearing the
Yeah. Say what your symbol. Say what your symbol.
Keep in mind, nobody was severely hurt in the process, aside from a minor kidnapping. However, and I'm gonna point to her hand. We might have a problem. We can't get it off, and I don't know if they're tracking us through it.
So you brought her here?
I figured if we put our hand in the dragon's mouth, it would subdue the magic.
Listen, like it's
Right
a
now,
whole process.
real quick, right now, Aranex is under the blanket, like he's confused by all the shit that's going on, and Blinken, you like threw the blanket off, so like he's trying to get out of it, but he's not visible yet.
Like I figured, like he might be able to stop the magic from being tracked if it's tracking. I don't know. I'm not a magic man.
Oh God! I look at
And
Aranax.
the fucking that psycho over there, as I casually point to Inchy while trying to keep my voice down so the kid doesn't hear us. He just wants to cut her goddamn hand off.
Well, yeah,
I'm the magic man here. I know the answer.
Wait, yeah, he's a magic man. Doesn't he detect what's going on with this
But he
ring?
wants to cut her hand off.
I've given you the answer. Give me your finger.
No,
I
don't
figured
cut
putting
her.
her hand in the dragon's mouth might be a safer option than giving it to the goblin.
First off, he doesn't have a mouth, you idiot. So, secondly, he only has an eye.
And how was he licking you earlier? Wait, was that his tongue? Yeah, I don't want to know. Okay, so you want the goblin to look at her?
I look at
Itchy has his
Aranax.
knife out.
Stop it. I'm going to pull out a water bottle somehow and just spray it, and she. Stop it.
Itchy tosses the dagger to the side and hisses.
Inchy's hair just goes up like a feline.
I look at Aranax while this madness happened, bells ringing and shit, and be like, I guess I'll talk in Draconic and ask, is it possible to see if you could somehow dampen this magical item on that ring?
It finally gets, or well, it's still under the blanket. It is trying to get out, and you haven't told him
Well,
not
yeah.
to.
I mean, I'll lift the blanket out once everything is.
So you want him to be visible to Elzerna.
Kind of, but again,
They are angels.
He did force this fucking option of a quote unquote dog.
All right, so you lift the blanket up, and you start speaking in Draconic, and you hear a soft gasp from Elzerna, and she takes a step forward, enchanted by the golden winged dog. And Aranex looks at you and looks at her and looks back at you and sends you the image of a hand with only 4 fingers or a
Okay.
hand with only 3 fingers.
Okay. So, I'm like, okay, never mind. And then I'm
Never
like,
mind, what?
no, we're not cutting her finger off.
And she's picking his dagger back up. Come on, please.
Inchy,
It's just a ring. It's just for protection. I don't understand.
Protection.
I can
Yeah.
try to take it off, but it won't come off. I've tried before.
Inchy, can you detect what kind of magic is on this thing, and can you dispel it?
And she sheathes his dagger. All right. And he's gonna walk up and what is this? Arcana on the ring?
Arcana check. Mhm.
Okay, my computer's being a piece of shit, so I need to grab me a dice. And I do believe I have a +6 to Arcana.
Okay.
Well, I got a 4 + 6. That's 10.
Mm.
Did I get out?
Mike did
Uh,
10.
10. That's what you got.
Yes.
Just a second. Okay, Inchi, so you can tell that this object is some version of an immovable object spell, and it has a magical signature. It cannot be removed from her hand. Immovable object. It's not a curse. It's just a spell. It is a transmutation spell. And it is unique enough. You've read something like this in your book of card tricks and magic tricks. If you put a unique object on a person and they can't take it off, you could always cast locate object and find out where that person is.
Okay.
And locate object, it'll point you in the direction of something. It doesn't like show you where that thing has been or anything like that. So if, let's say, Victoro was casting locate object, it would point him in this direction, but it wouldn't tell him that, it's in Troll Skull Manor.
Mm. Okay. This ring, it's an immovable object, and if we could find a wizard to do find object on this ring, I bet we could find out how to maybe remove it. Did I get that right?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Um, basically,
So-
we it sounds like we need to find somebody that is more knowledgeable with magic to deal with this.
Well, we all know one person who most likely can get rid of this thing.
I mean, there's dispel magic.
Yes, there is.
Doesn't she know how to dispel magic?
I don't think he's
If
high
it's
enough
an
level for
illusion
that.
and she does not know,
Oh,
Okay, so
he can imagine he's dispelled the magic, but that's the best you're gonna get.
dispel magic is a 3rd level abjuration spell.
Yeah, he's all illusion.
okay, so Huel, Blinken, Inchy. I have an idea, but we need to get moving.
I was
Um,
trying to take a nap before you woke me up.
As y'all are talking about this, Aranex shuffles off the bed and goes over to Elzerna, and she reaches out a hand gingerly and scratches his head, and she seems enchanted by the dragon.
Okay.
So
Um,
she's distracted.
Can you three go find the artificer?
Uh,
Y'all, there's also there's a magic shop here in Troll Skull Alley.
yeah, that's all I was gonna mention that too.
Yeah, but do you trust him not to sell us out? The artificer owes us. And it's not like we're actually kidnapping her. I hushed that part down. You had a vision, your last few came true. We're trying to keep her safe. I'm sure the artificer would understand if we don't trust the family for keeping the kids safe. If we can make a compelling argument. And we know that she does magic shit. And I hushed that part too because the kid doesn't want to hear me swearing. And we can get her to dispel it. But I need you guys to go find her while I run the guards on a goose chase with the kid.
Can't I just go back to sleep?
No, after.
Fine.
I mean, you
Uh,
can. I'm not going to stop you, but I'll shame you.
Lincoln, Aaron X sends you. Well, no, you're speaking in common, so he wouldn't understand what you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I were to bring Aranax with me under my jacket? I'll keep him hidden, but it'll keep the girl calm and infatuated with him. That way, I can just go about my business while you guys go find her. If you guys want to check the magic store downstairs, we have to go now, though.
I think the safer bet is probably the magic shop, but the worst case would be the artificer.
Okay, so let's go to the magic shop right now, and we'll, phase 2 if we have to.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with that. And then I look at Aaron X, and then basically, um, you know, speak in Draconic and say something like, "Gonna need to do something. Worst cases, you're gonna have to go with," and I point at Thorgrim. You might have to go with him, and he's gonna. This may sound weird, but he's gonna cradle you like a baby to pretend that you're. And I point at that girl, to see if we could save this girl. Is that okay?
He nods his head. Yes.
Okay. So the plan is he'll carry you with a blanket so he won't be seen in public, but act like a you know her. So just letting you know, and you'll be fine with him. And I look at Thorgrim and kind of nod.
right.
Okay. So we are going to step out onto the street, and each group is going to roll initiative. So Thorgrim, you would roll initiative for your group, and Blinken, Inchi, and Huel, y'all can pick a person to roll initiative.
Let me see. Do I have? I think I might have.
23.
But that's
All
good.
right.
Let me double check my shit too. Yeah.
All right, guys. Who do we think can beat in that 20?
Oh, you ain't got to beat it.
You don't gotta beat it, but you gotta match it.
Hey, that's
Hey,
perfect.
that's
Oh,
1 in
shit.
400 chance. There we go. All right, let me grab a token from Castle Lantern Manor real quick.
Hey, I got a question regarding the ring.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, if I were to use my strength to rip this ring off, would the finger come with it, or would I just break the shit out of the finger?
I think you'd have to try it and find out.
Um.
Damn. All right, well, while you get this set up, I'm going to quickly run to the washroom.
Yep. Holy moly. This is fun. I'm actually gonna make myself another drink real quick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll step away too.
Oh, Sam back.
He's been
Oh
around.
yeah, I've been for a little
So
bit.
they
I don't
they
know.
kidnapped a girl, but she has a magic ring on her finger that they're tracking her with. They they did decide not to cut her finger off.
Right.
Get
Yes,
that
I've
ring.
been around for that.
Okay.
I enjoyed it just it's just awesome that D&D never changes an intense debate on whether or not to mutilate an innocent bystander. Okay.
The daughter of one of the most powerful nobles in the city.
Hey, you can't be concerned with little things like consequences in Dungeons and Dragons.
Listen,
I'll be
my
right
dragon doesn't have a fucking mouth yet, so
back.
Yeah, Sam, I'll tell you about the dragon when you get back.
Yeah, no, that sounds. I'm intrigued. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
yep.
Don't you me? I am. I'm gonna you.
Okie dokie, I'm back. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
Herbie?
I'm
Hell
definitely
yeah.
ready.
All right. Sam, real quick. The dragon Aranex. So they're looking for something called the Vault of Dragons. It's magically hidden. The soul of a great dragon was put into a stone that's constantly casting a curse on everybody in Faerun to keep them from remembering details about the vault. Schizo's character Blinken is a dragon warden and bonded with that stone and gave a piece of his flesh to give that stone life, and it turned into a baby gold dragon, Aranex. It had no eyes and no mouth, but they found a piece of the stone around one of the villains in this campaign. It was a green gemstone, and when they gave it to Aranex, he absorbed it and grew one eye. If they can find the remaining two pieces of the stone, Aranex will have both his eyes and a mouth, and he'll be able to communicate with the players where the Vault of Dragons is. Okie dokie. So since y'all both rolled the same initiative, Brax or the rest of y'all can choose who goes first.
they have the higher initiative. I'll let them go first.
You rolled the nat 20. Yeah, so you go
they
first.
they have higher base initiative.
Okay. All right. Inchi, Huel, Blinken. Where to?
So
She's along for the ride.
we're gonna
Oh,
go to. Oh
real
yeah.
quick, I think this is Inchi's first time on this map. This is Troll Skull Alley. There's a lot of shops around here. One thing that's relevant to you is over here. There's an access to the sewer right here.
Hey guys, we should just bring her to the Thieves Guild. They
No.
won't find us there.
They got plenty of knives to chop off that finger. Okay. Where to?
So yeah, we're gonna we're gonna split off and us in a group. Huel and she. Uh, we're gonna go. I would assume we're gonna go to the magic shop first. So we're gonna run to the magic shop and see if anybody's around.
Yes, let me remember which one is the magic shop.
I think that's that nail. No, not the nail.
Orland's Crown is the potion shop. Tiger's Eye is the private detective.
Yeah.
Bookworm's Treasure, that's the magic shop.
Okay.
So it's all the
yeah.
way over here. Blinken, I'm going to add a turn for you, but you're just a stand-in for the whole group.
Yeah.
Okay. And as y'all are running south to the magic shop, you hear the marching of boots. You hear, City Watch, City Watch, all members report in. There's been a kidnapping. All members report in. Now, they're not marching or running fast. It's not like the City Watch knows to look for you.
Yeah.
But the whole, because you're not that far away from Castle Lantern Manor, so this whole area of the city is on alert. Okay?
Okay. Got it.
All right. And the City Watch currently is to the north, right up here. Okay. Y'all run down here. And you notice that there's a couple of torches lit up. You don't know if these people were awoken by the commotion or if they just stay up late. As you run by the Tiger's Eye, though, you can see that there's a man inside there peering out onto the streets. You know that is Vincent Trench, the private detective. You run on by, and you come over here to Bookworm's Treasure. You try the door, but it is locked. It is about 1 a.m. right now.
And yeah, I look at the group. Should we just knock it, or should we try to go for the artificer? What do you think?
I don't know. I just want to go back to bed. Do something, Mr. Blinky.
I ignore him and look at Huel. What do you want to do? Kirby.
See, Heel's already gone back to sleep. Let us go back to sleep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of bang on the door a little bit, just kind of see if they would answer. Give it a minute. If there's no movement, I'll just head on. To probably the artificer.
Okay. I would say you don't know where the artificer lives.
I would assume that maybe like the wherever she worked, maybe start from there, see if there's anything there.
Okay, that would be Force Gray's headquarters, Blackstaff Tower. But you bang on the door. Yeah, everybody lives in their shop, so they would be here. You bang on the door, and you get no response at first, but you know Bookworm lives here. What do you do?
Well, if there's no answer, I don't want to go any
Well,
further.
I mean, you bang on the door a few times. It's only been a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I would wait a little bit longer because I don't want to keep banging on the doors. I know it's kind of an emergency, but we need somebody that is kind of, I guess, alert. So I don't want to keep doing it.
Okay. After a few more seconds, you hear, "What is the meaning of all of this commotion?" You see the blind or the curtain on a window that's next to the door open up, and a woman is standing there in a nightgown. It is a dragonborn with blue skin. This is Rishal, the page turner. She is a thin dragonborn with purple scales or blue scales. And she's seeing three men outside her window, covers herself with her nightgown even more, and goes, "We're closed. Come back in the morning."
Yeah, sorry to disturb you. I was just wondering because it's kind of um, a little bit of an emergency. Like we have somebody that has something that's stuck, and we just wondered if you have any help with um, possibly removing some magic effect. Maybe just a potion. I could give you some gold for that real quick.
You wanted to spell magic scroll at this hour?
It's an emergency. But if you can't do it, then I have to keep looking. I'm sorry for barging in like this. I hear all the commotion outside too with the city watch. That's horrible. But I'm just looking around for a bit of help, and this is what I could come up with.
She pauses and she listens, and indeed she does hear the bells. And then she looks at the three of you at her doorstep at 1 a.m. with a suspicious look. Blinken, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Where is my persuasion bonus? I'll do it here. Come on, go high.
Hey, 21.
There you go.
She says, "You're that lot that moved into Trollskull Manor. Okay. But only one of you can enter the shop."
And she starts walking in. Well, thank you very much.
No.
Okay.
Get out of here.
He said he did it.
He said it.
Oh, no, I'm going to grab me.
Okay, who's going in?
I mean, I guess I would.
Okay, Blinken, as she unlocks the door and as you step in, you notice that she has a small dagger at her side in one of her hands. It's not raised towards you, but she's kind of keeping it there for self-defense. And she says, "All right, just one dispel magic scroll. That's all you need?"
That's it. That's all I need.
Fine, that's 150 gold coins.
I was like, gasp at it, but I'm like, okay. I mean, I do have enough, but it's an emergency.
That's the price in the book.
Yeah, I know. So I'll be like, okay, all right. This is an emergency. I'm gonna go ahead and like I pull out my coin purse and give out the 150
Do you
gold.
have 150 gold coins?
Yeah. Remember I found some shit. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You're
I-
hiding
Alright.
gold from us, you son of a bitch!
I'm not giving you
Oh, yeah,
shit.
yeah. Y'all broke into the Doom Raiders bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck you.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
emergency funds, bro.
All right, she's going to go over to her shelf to start looking for that scroll. Going back over to Thorgrin, Elzerna, and Aranax. Elzerna will not leave Aranax's side, and neither of them get very far away from you, Thorgrin. You're standing outside Trollskull Manor. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna pick them both up. I'm gonna run out of Trollskull Manor. I'm gonna run towards the party and be like, is there a plan?
Oh, okay, so y'all are just all over here.
Well,
Okay.
no, this is the start. This is the start.
Oh,
So I
Oh,
run
okay.
over what's going on. Like, is this going to work or am I running?
well, the plan is I'm going to try to get dispel some type of dispel magic and um, see if I could. Actually, I think yeah, that's what I'm going to do is try to get dispel magic and see if we're able to purchase it. And it looks like we are. So
Okay.
That's
If you
up to
don't
you.
have the scroll right now, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And for 5 minutes, I'm going to run the opposite direction of wherever I see torches.
Okay. When you get back by Trollskull Manor, about 3 members of the City Watch are fanning out through Trollskull Alley. They're just kind of holding their torches up high. You get about right here, and you can see their torchlight right here. What do you do?
The dead end over here, right?
Yeah. Well, if you zoom out, so to your south, there is Delzorin Street, but you'd
Yeah.
have to run by the Zephyr Watch Post with the City Watch. To the north, by the carriage and stables, is Seldoran Street, and that has more City Watch. If you run all the way to your right, you can run around the Bent Nail and come out a little bit further away on Zeradorn Street. But there's more City Watch patrolling that street. There's also the sewer access here, and there's different buildings, or you could just try to run past the Zephyr Watch Post.
In my amazing feat of dwarvenness, I'm going to do the smartest thing, and I'm just gonna go for the sewer. I'm embracing my inner goblin.
All right, you run off past the sewer, so you're running by these members of the City Watch. Are you trying to be stealthy or just booking it?
Let's just go with straight run for 70 feet. And I'm sorry, but I gotta be right back again.
Okay.
I have 20 gold left.
I'm glad I didn't walk my 12 gold.
yeah, you would have been screwed. I'm like, no. I go in.
Do you want a bargain?
Well, Inchi, you had 60, but you gave most of it to your family.
Distort value? Do it again. Do it
Okay.
again.
This is also not to scale.
Yeah, no,
Or
I think
maybe
I've
it is.
given almost 100 of my gold to the family.
Yeah, this seems about right to me. So I have two roommates now. One of them has a few friends over and they're watching a boxing match in the garage. And the other one has his girlfriend over and there's just loud music coming out of his room.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fun.
I wonder what they're doing.
I don't know.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must be having a really nice time.
I just like the contrast, you know. It's like boxing, one-on-one time with a girlfriend, and then you're playing D&D.
Yeah, playing D&D in my room, which is just the living room and doesn't have a door to it at all.
Dude, no. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Oof.
Eugh. Rough. But hey, at least you're not, in knife combat with your roommates.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big step up.
That's it. If I was in your position, it definitely would be for me too.
Knife combat.
Round one.
Round one, fight. KO. Just immediately.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of how it happened. That
Ugh.
motherfucker got out of the hospital and went all the way to a different job site in Mississippi, and he's still calling people saying he's gonna kick my ass. Like that doesn't really scare me if you had to run halfway across the country.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know, man. He might just do it. You might, you know, might turn a
Nah,
corner all of a sudden.
nah. I'll see him coming. He's got a big old scar on his face now. He looks like half the Joker.
Oh man.
Wouldn't you call him Two-Face?
I will if I
Okay.
ever see him again.
He's all
Let
scarred
me know
up.
how I got half this scar.
Man, I just wanted to fucking play D&D and he wanted to threaten me.
Dude, what
That
the
is
fuck?
crazy because, yeah, we got in that fight and I got some stitches at the hospital and then I went and played D&D.
You're much
Badass.
more of a committed DM than I am.
Yeah, in my car. Sam, did you hear the explanation about the gold dragon with one eye?
Oh no, not yet. So what's the deal?
Okay. So Aranex, there's a vault with 1 million gold coins hidden somewhere in Waterdeep. All knowledge of this vault is magically hidden because the stone of Aranex has the soul of a dragon in it. That curse affects everyone's memory. So even if someone learns something about the Vault of Dragons, they immediately forget it. The characters found the stone of Aranex on a dead body, and because Schizo's character is a dragon warden, he was able to speak to it. And the stone said, if you give me a piece of your flesh, I'll help you find the vault. And when he did that, the stone turned into a baby gold dragon with no eyes and no mouth. Because the stone had three parts of it, three gemstones of it missing. They later found each of the main villains, Xanathar, the Castellanters, and the Doom Raiders, have one of the gemstones. So they stole the gemstone from the Doom Raiders and gave it to Aranex, and he absorbed it, and he grew one eye in the center of his face. So if they can find all three gemstones, Aranex will turn into a great gold dragon again and be able to communicate with them with words and tell them where the Vault of Dragons is.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sick. Okay,
I
Brax is back.
Hi.
Okay, so Brax, you are right here. I did some measurements on this map. That's 70 feet. You had
Okie
to
doke.
dash past the City Watch, and the City Watch see you running, and they go, "Oi, oi, what was that? What was that?" And they chase after you, but they can only move 60 feet if they dash. So they would end up about right here on the corner of Troll Skull Manor. And I assume you're just going to dash for the sewer again?
Yeah, I'm just dashing.
Yep, so
As
it would
long
be a
as I can
full
stay 10 feet ahead of them, we're good. It'll add
Yeah.
up eventually.
So it would be a full dash right here. Then they're going to dash again. They'd end up about right here by the bent nail. As you run past the bent nail, you can see that there's steam coming out of the roof, and you can see through the windows there's the water ganashi and the fire ganashi hard at work making armor and weapons. You come up to the sewer access grate. What do you do?
I'm gonna take it
Uh-huh.
and open it.
Okay.
How far are the city guards from there right
Strength check, DC 8.
now? Nope. Why is that advantaged?
We always go with whatever the first one is, and both
Yeah,
of
I
them
know.
would have gotten it.
I gotta stop having it on though.
Yeah, I don't know why it's on by default in Roll20. That's weird. But you pull it off easily. And are you going in first, or are you getting Elzerna and Aranax in there first?
Well, to start, whoever the first city watch guard is that's running towards us, I'm gonna huff it at his leg, trip him up, like frisbee
Okay, yeah.
that bitch.
Yeah, it would have been an action getting it open. So yeah, they're right here. Roll an attack. A dex attack.
Dex attack. Ooh.
Because it's ranged.
But
Or do you
it's
want
a
to...
throw.
Yeah, it's a ranged throw.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you...
Yeah,
As
we'll
a
do it.
barbarian, can't you... Or, yeah, as a barbarian, can't you use your strength modifier?
I think thrown weapons are strength or dex.
Isn't it depending on the weapon itself?
Depending on the weapon, I believe. Like if it has the finesse quality,
Well, let me look up the stats for Sewer Grate real quick.
eh,
I'm pretty sure that would be a strength modifier. I mean, I ain't no scientist.
All right, yeah. Roll a strength ranged attack.
I don't think you could finessely throw a sewer grate.
Yeah, he throws it like Captain America's shield. It bounces off
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the walls and shit. Yeah.
He
Like a
kicks the
frisbee.
ground and like
By
launches
the
up
way-
into his hands.
By the way, guys, Thunderbolts is a good movie.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to
It's
I
like
see
go
it.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
not
trying
like
to see
the
it tomorrow.
slop of recent Marvel movies. It's actually really good.
I wanted to go
speaking of
see it, but I went and seen Star Wars first, and I was like, "Oh, Thunderbolts will be there." Right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Star Wars first.
speaking of slop, how's 21?
That's pretty good. That hits. That hits right in the fucking knees. One city watch, you hear like a loud like crack of bone as the sewer grate hits him, and one city watch member goes down, and the other two raise the alarm. City watch down! City watch down! These guards up here, they would be about here right now on their patrol. They hear that the Zephyr watch post sends out 2 guards. One remains behind to ring the bell. So you just attacked some city watch. So there will be more coming.
Yep, and I'm jumping into the sewer.
You go first.
No.
Mhm.
We're jumping together.
Okay, you pick up Aranax and Elzerna, and before you jump in, she looks at you and says, "You're not an angel, are you?"
No, but I'm one of the good guys. Trust me.
Okay, and you jump right on in. That's going to be your turn. I think I actually have a sewer map here somewhere. Well, I had it somewhere. Whatever. Okay, going back to the rest of the crew at Bookworm's Treasure. Blinken Bookworm comes, or Reshaw, the page turner, comes over to you and hands you a scroll and says, "Ah, one dispel magic scroll for you." And as she puts it in your hand and you start putting it in your pack, and right when that happens, you hear, "Guard down! Guard down! City Watch, assemble!" And Reshaw looks at you, and that look of suspicion gets even bigger in her eyes.
What in the
She
hell is
raises her
that?
dagger and points it at you, roll another persuasion check.
All right.
DC 12.
All right.
Or deception, if that's higher.
Persuasion.
Ooh, that was almost a 2.
Oh, thank God.
But you managed to pass that, and she says, "Look, Mr. Blinken, please leave my shop."
Understood. Thank you. And I hurried out with the,
Like
I bow and
the
hurried out.
yeah, the moment you're out the door, she closes the door behind you and locks one lock, and then ka-chunk, ka-chunk, locks 2 other locks.
12
All right.
blocks later.
Yeah.
How did it go, Lincoln?
Well, and I kind of pointed at the pack with the scroll. I'm good to go. Good thing I got an emergency fund. That was a lot of money. Let's go back to the manor. Hopefully, there should be no issues. As I looked out and I see probably the people just kind of crying and shit.
Yeah, you would see like a flurry of City Watch activity. I know I had a sewer map here. Let me see if I can find it. What the fuck was that?
Car.
Sorry, just let one go. My bad.
Yeah, I couldn't hold it.
So, no, I don't open the window. I was...
Just a second, guys.
No, sorry for missing. I gotta step away for a second.
Oh, it's okay.
No, 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 no. You can't walk away. Only I can.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot only Bronx can do that.
Yeah, don't you forget.
I'll remember for next time.
Remember, Kirby, right click and disconnect. Not kick, disconnect.
Yeah, not banned.
Okay. Jesus.
Yes, my child.
Shut
Oh
up.
my fucking god.
Mhm.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, this is a random sewer battle map that I have. I thought Inchi would be the first to use it, but
Shame.
yeah, damn fucking shame. Oh, fuck me. Come on, copy, paste. Okay. So Elzerna, Aranax, and Thorgrin, you enter the sewers. It smells rancid here. This is the sewers of everyone in Trollskull Alley, because Waterdeep has a functioning plumbing system. So there's rotten food, there is waste down here, there's storm and rainwater, and Elzerna says, "Yes, most certainly, an angel wouldn't take me here." What do you do, Thorgrim?
I wouldn't take you here if I didn't have to. And at which point, the sewer entrance is here. We came from. I would assume is that direction.
No, you came down by this little square right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no, no,
say
no, no. I mean, like we came down here, but we ran from
yes,
that direction.
yes.
Okay.
But
Well-
that grate you pulled off is the only sewer access in Troll Skull Alley.
Okay, yeah, let's just run back this way. I feel like the plan would be to get out at the next district and then loop my way back around.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so you're gonna run off to the left, you said?
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm gonna just haul ass.
Alright, so with a 70, yep, you'd get to about where my arrow is right now. But when you get about right here, you have 10 feet of movement left. There is a kinku there. A kinku is a talking bird. Uh,
Oh, I'm aware.
It can only repeat what it said. You've seen these a few times. You know that if it's in the sewer and it's wearing a purple bandana like this one is, it is almost certainly working for the Xanathar Guild. And it says, Brack, who are you? Who are you? Do you say anything or just keep running?
Oh, this could go so well for me. And she sent me. We need to hide.
And one looks at the other and they like shrug their shoulders at you. They don't necessarily know who that is.
He's a goblin.
Brack, goblin.
He's
Or
nuts.
it actually.
Oh, and I run.
All right, you'd get about right here, and that's your turn. And you hear one say, "Chase, chase!" And for their turn, they are gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, or yeah, 20.
Is this a Dyson logos map?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I recognize that distinct cross hatching thing. They're
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ripped straight from Pinterest.
Yeah.
All right, Thorgrin, your turn. What do you do? These two Kinku are chasing you.
I said I came here looking for help, not a fight, and I run 70 more feet.
All right, you come to a cross path. You can go north or south.
You know what? Let's go north.
All right, you run up to the north. That's going to be 60 feet. Will get you to the edge of this. Oop.
Oh, and while I'm running, I'm going to yell back. Oh, and the guards are coming.
I go, "Brack, City Watch, don't scare me." So as you're running along, Aranax is running in the water beside you, splashing it with every step. Elzerna is running, trying to, or you're holding Elzerna.
Oh, I figured I
Are
was
you?
holding
Are
both
you?
of them like before.
Uh, I should have said it earlier, but Aranax does not like being held by anybody other than Blinken. So it like squiggled out, but it'll keep up with you.
I mean, if it wants, it can hop on my back, or I'll tuck it into like my shirt, like how parents do with newborns. But either way,
Uh,
I'm carrying the kid.
Okay, yeah. And Elzerna says, "Faster, faster, Mr. Angel, faster." So to the north, I'm gonna say that you actually end up over here. We're just gonna say all these are connected.
Awesome.
And about this time, I think the City Watch would enter. Why can't I search? One group of City Watch, so 3 City Watch, enters the sewer. And you can hear them saying, "Halt! Halt! We have questions for you, halt!" And they would walk about 30 feet. And we're going to have them roll initiative and the Kinku. So City Watch got a 6.
I'm really hoping that the Kenku die. Because I just name dropped
Yeah.
Let's
It's
slip
fine.
some.
well, I was initially hoping that they would go, I think we know him. Yeah, come on in. And worst case, I get grilled by the Thieves Guild. But they
And
drew
she-
weapons.
And she just
It was-
kind of hangs out with the Mind Flayer and kicking John.
Yeah, I was about to say that should have been your reference right there.
Ah, fuck, I
Just
should have put
kicking
kicking John down here. Damn.
Ah,
It was also
Retcon
really
it,
bad
retcon
of
it.
you that you dropped your ID and social security card too.
You think I had one? I'm an ex-bandit, good sir. The fact that I would have one is preposterous.
I have a stolen social security card, thank you.
And it says Blinken on it.
I really hope
All
so,
right.
so that I could do a revenge tour on you.
It's the Kinku's turn, and they're going to go, "Back! Guards! Guards!" And they actually run back up where they came from. They run over to this bridge, and then they try to, like, juke the City Watch, and they jump down and run off in a different direction. Let's go back to everybody else in Troll Skull Alley. So Blinken, Inchi, and Huel, y'all can see from where you are. The City Watch has left the Zephyr watch post, and they're running off in the direction you know Thorgrin went. And you can also hear more City Watch coming from the south. What do you do?
Um,
Blinken, Inchi, and Huel.
hold on.
I'm sorry. How close is a guard to us?
About 100 feet away. But they're not even looking at you. They're looking off to the right, where Thorgrin ran off. But you
And
can
she
hear like a squad of City Watch like running from the south.
and she didn't visibly see Thorgrin hopping into the sewers.
No, that would have been too far away and around the corner.
And
Sean, you cut out.
I was just saying, and she would have dived right in if you saw. So it's probably a good thing.
Ah,
Tied
the
in.
sewer water. It's been a while since I had a bath.
I've lost the fragrance.
All right, so Blinken, you cast Pass Without Trace on you and your companions.
Yep. Just in case.
All right. Plus 10 bonus to stealth checks. Okay. What do you guys as a group do?
So I cast a spell and be like, if we're gonna be quiet, just stay around me and we should be okay. But I would probably give it a minute and see if these guys would. I mean, are they coming towards us or?
No, they're walking off towards the right.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll be like, all right, well, let's move up a bit and see what the guys down south are doing, because I don't want to continue on until I see if they're, if I could hear anyways, like if they're coming towards us or not, from the south.
Okay,
Sure.
so y'all walk up a little bit more. You're very close, or you're right in front of the Tiger's Eye, which is where Vincent Trench, the private detective, works.
Mm-hmm.
And as y'all get here, it's the City Watch's turn. A group of them come up, and then they're followed by another group. So that's 6 members of the City Watch. Uh, and you hear one of them yell, Zephyr! Zephyr Watch Post, report in! And you hear one of this group of City Watch say, Man down! Man down! Vandals! Took to the sewers! Again, Blinken, you're standing over here, but the window to Vincent Trench's private detective shop, the Tiger's Eye, is open, and Vincent Trench is right there, smoking his pipe, looking at you suspiciously.
I look at him and salute, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell everyone else in the group and say, hide or stay near me so that we get the 10 bonus stealth.
Or, yeah, I guess with your stealth, he wouldn't be looking at you. My bad, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
His eyes kind of
Bro.
glaze over where y'all are.
He
Yeah,
was
I keep
sneaking around like
quiet.
he looks exactly like if anything he's like if they did see him it'd be like blinking shadow or something like where is
Y'all
it?
can see each other. Because
Yeah.
Blinken's casting the spell on all of you, so you'd be able to see each other.
Yeah.
I have a thingy.
What?
Hey. So
Well,
you get.
hey, so I'm just like hiding behind blinking like
He's not larger than you.
Nope.
None of your companions are larger than you.
I remember we did this last time.
It's a halfling, a gnome, and a goblin, yeah. Oh, Sam, their group name is the Half Pints, because it's a gnome, a halfling, a
Yeah.
goblin, and a dwarf.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Unintentional, but it's working.
I like
Yeah.
groups that have themes. It's fun.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
very nice.
so I'll be like, yeah, we're gonna chill here, and if we had to hide, or at least my spell will help. But try to hide like inside these buildings and stuff, and see where these guards are going. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Okay, so everybody's hiding for your turn.
Mhm.
Since y'all have Pass Without Trace and no one's looking for you, I'm not going to make you roll for it. There's enough crates and shadows here. There are some lamps in Troll Skull Alley just to make it safe to walk at night, but like not a lot of super bright light. If anything, they cast more shadows for you to hide in.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, hiding, stealth. There we go. Okay, so back to the sewers. Thorgrin, you can tell that the way you're running now, the water is actually flowing towards you. So you assume there might be a storm drain or a sewer access around you somewhere. From where you are right here, you can go up to the north or you can keep walking to your west.
Do I see anything north of me?
You see more flowing sewage. There's kind of like a raised path right here that you're standing on, but that ends about right here.
Okay. Is there an active flow of sewage coming from any direction?
Yes, it's flowing towards you, so it's coming this direction.
Okay, I don't like this, but I'm gonna run through it, keeping the kid above me.
Okay. Roll a dex check to keep yourself steady against the flowing sewage as you're holding a person.
22.
22, okay. As you're running along, Elzerna is fumbling with the ring on her finger. She's desperately trying to pull it off. She's trying to help you in any way that she can. You're
Don't-
dashing.
Yes. Don't hurt yourself. The others are looking for ways to try to remove it. Till then, I just gotta keep running with you.
As you're running, she says, Why do I have to take it off?
It's how the guards are following us.
It's not how the city watch is following you. It'd be how her family is, but that's a good enough reason to tell her.
I mean, potato, right?
Yeah, I guess. So from where you were, 30. Yep, so with 70 feet of movement, you would actually get right here. There is a ladder leading up right here. And that's the end of your turn. It's the City Watch's turn. They are going to dash. Actually, I'm going to have them roll an intelligence check. If they get above a 12, they're going to know that the Kinku isn't who they were following. And if they get below that, they're going to think the Kinku is who they were following, and they'll run after the Kinku instead. 1, they go right after the Kinku. They go, Kinku, Thieves Guild, that's got to be who it is. And they start chasing off after them in a completely different direction. Okay, Thorgrim, your turn again. What do you do?
Okay, you said the ladder is here.
Yeah, it's right. It's this circle right
Oh,
here.
it's the pillar. Okay. What is north and south of me? Just more tunnels?
More sewer. This is kind of abstract. I don't really have an exact like sewer
that's
city
fine.
layout. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just looking for like rough details. Well, I don't want to keep heading back towards the dock district because if the Castellanters are following me, they'll realize, oh, it's pointing underground, so it'll lead them to the sewer,
Mm-hmm.
which is bad. So I'm gonna start going. Let's go south.
Oh, so you want to stay in the sewers for a while?
Yeah. The plan
Are
is
you?
to not just like I'm gonna hang out here for like I don't know, 20
I,
minutes or so.
you said 5.
Yeah, that was till the guards were on my ass and I had to kneecap one of them.
Okay. So you're gonna go south. I'm gonna take you to a different section. You're gonna be about here. You come up to a fork in the road, in the sewer line. You can go west or you can go east. Roll an intelligence check to see if you can orient yourself for how far away you are from where you entered the sewers.
8.
8. You're not going to admit it to anybody, but you are lost. You
That's
don't know where you are in the city.
perfectly fine. We're gonna go down here and then follow it up.
All right. I think looking at your thing, you got to about right here.
Yeah.
When you get up here, this area is dry. It is away from the running sewage. You've been holding Elzerna, but you're not that big, so she is wet with sewage. You're wet with sewage. Aaron X's gold scales are a little bit dirty and brown looking. And you get to this area right here, and you notice that there are a few cots and a few crates, and you even see the sigil of the Xanathar Thieves Guild carved into the wall. But there is nothing around you right now.
Um, do I hear footsteps?
Nope. All you hear is running water.
Okay. Being a dwarf, I have the ability of stone cunning.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any potential stonework that could even hint towards a hidden door in the area?
Um,
Because you said there was a Thieves Guild logo in the wall and a couple cots and this and that. So maybe there's an entrance nearby.
looking at the carving, you can actually tell that there's like a set of eyes and they're surrounding like one big eye, but there's one eye that is sticking further out from the big eye than everything else. You know from talking with Inchi that the Thieves Guild has directions to the Thieves Guild hideout all over the sewers. So you can tell that if you continue on towards the east, you would be getting closer to the Thieves Guild hideout. Does that make sense?
Yes, okay, so the eyes are pointing me to the east.
Yes, that would take you closer to Xanathar's lair.
Okay. Um,
You don't know how close, but closer.
you said the crates are there.
Hmm.
What do I find if I dig through the crates? Let me
Um,
rephrase that. I'm going to place the kid down on the cot to sit down for a few minutes while I rummage through the crates.
okay. Roll a perception check.
We are looking at a 9.
With a 9, you bash open a couple crates, and the most valuable thing you find is a sack that has some bread in it that doesn't look too old. It's stale, but it's not moldy. A couple of apples, and 2 Thieves Guild handkerchiefs. So the
Okay.
purple handkerchiefs with the eye design on it.
I'm gonna grab both of the handkerchiefs and look at the kid and be like, okay, we gotta get going again. Rest's over.
She looks still just a little bit scared, but she trusts you and she stands up and she looks determined and says, "I'll follow you."
I'm gonna hand her the handkerchiefs, and I'm just gonna say, so when I tell you to drop one of them, just drop a single one, okay? It's
Okay.
gonna throw them off our tail.
Yes. Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the first right here.
Okay. So I'll drag you right here. And for your last action here, you have half of your movement left. You come to this drainage area. There's another ladder leading up right here. And then also to your west, east, and south, there are more directions to go. Which one do you pick?
Do I hear anybody above me at the ladder?
Um, no, but it's about 20 feet up and it's, a lot of stone.
Okay. Um, is there like a pathway or something in this area I can get her to step on so she's not standing in the sewage?
Yeah, there's like a raised platform around the
Okay.
ladder.
I'm gonna put her there with is it Parthenax?
Aranex.
Aranax.
Or
I'm
the
gonna put
next was a Skyrim, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Skyrim on the brain.
and
Okay,
just
so
to
her and go ahead.
cut this down, I'm gonna say that like you've been running for a while. So by your best guess, it's been about 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
of running around in the sewers.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to go pop my head at the top of the sewer and see if I can I'm gonna take one of the headbands
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to loosely tie it on my head. That way if someone tries to grab my head and they get the headband, it'll just slip right off and I can slide down the ladder. So I'm gonna climb up the ladder and look around. Is there any guards?
No, you're not around any guards, and you appear to be in a large, like, open cobblestone area. Like, looking all around you, there's just the cobblestone. It's a good, like, 50 feet until you see, like, a house or anything like that. And there's not a lot of lantern light where you are right now.
Perfect. I'm gonna leave the headband on and I'm gonna climb back down and bring them both up. Because I'm sure Aranax can't climb ladders.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be difficult for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pop out into the market, the section of Waterdeep that is meant for street vendors. There are pretty much anything you could want to buy would be here. It's not the highest quality stuff. The highest quality stuff is in the trades ward, but you are in about the dead center of Waterdeep. You can orient yourself by looking at the 50, 60 foot tall walking statues of Waterdeep. To your north, there's the God Catcher. A little bit to your southeast, there's the Great Drunkard. You haven't really explored this area much, so you don't know of much around here.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna make my way back to the manor. Trying to stick to side streets though.
Okay. Okay. Side street, we'll do it up here. You're at Mini Cat's Alley. You hear the meowing of different cats as they're feasting from the trash in this alley. And roll a perception check. What was that sound?
How many fish bones are there?
There's a lot of fish bones here.
14.
14. It sounds just ever so faintly like a chain. Back to Troll Skull Alley. Huel, Inchy, Blinken. It's been about 15 minutes. So all the City Watch is like assembled around this sewer over here. You can like kind of hear them yelling back and forth. They brought the injured man back to the Zephyr watch post, and you can hear them talking to each other. Roll a perception check, see if you can eavesdrop on their conversation.
We're hiding behind crates, right?
Yup. You're still in the
Uh,
shadows. You're behind crates. You're not visible.
and she's been carving tic-tac-toe into the side of some of these crates.
I'm like trying
Perception.
to look and it's just carving. I'm getting like the sawdust in my eyes and I can't see anything. Inchy, it's in my eyes.
Inchy, who are you playing tic-tac-toe with, Huel or Blinken?
Myself, but if someone wants to join.
Oh, who's winning?
Hey, Huel, look at this. This is about to be the winning blow. And he marks the bottom left corner, and it's a stalemate.
His one eye's closed, another eye's open.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, you almost won there.
No, but he can't win now, so I win.
That means nobody wins. His eyes are like completely red and he's sitting there rubbing them from the
1%.
sawdust.
Inchy, with your 21, you, as you're finishing up your game, you can hear the members of the City Watch. One of them is dictating a note. They're gonna attach it to a raven and send it off to Blackstaff Tower. They say, tell the Blackstaff, Elzerda Castelletta has been kidnapped, and a guard was attacked not 10 blocks away in Troll Skull Alley.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, they're sending a crow out to DM. What was it?
Blackstaff Tower. You know that the Blackstaff is the Artificer's boss, the head of the City Watch and the head of the Elite City Watch, Force Grey.
They're about to send a crow to the Black Staff. Wasn't the Artificer? I think that's something with the Artificer, guys. Are they about to tell the Artificer?
No.
I
That's
think I don't think she worked with the Black Staff. I think the Black Staff was at the school, right?
Yeah, so the Artificer is a member of Force Grey, the Elite City Watch. So the Blackstaff would be her direct superior. The Blackstaff is like the head of security for all of Waterdeep. And she was at the
Okay.
school earlier. She made a promise to the nobles there that she would defend the school if anything crazy happened.
Should we go kill that crow?
I think we
Um,
should. I think
Did
we
you
follow
say
it.
that?
We
Did
jump
you
up on
say
the
that you
rooftops.
think that we should kill it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we'll get up on the rooftops. We'll find it, and then we'll snap its neck or something.
what?
I'll strangle it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think, Lincoln?
I mean,
Vinci starts looking.
how far is the crow? It just went away.
They haven't sent it away yet. If you like got on the roof, you could probably like try to catch it or shoot it down as they sent it away. They're writing the letter right now.
I got checking my stuff over.
Yeah, do any of
I
y'all
have,
have ranged weapons?
I mean,
I
I
have
am
4
a
daggers.
I've got spells.
I
Oh yeah,
am a
you are a
ranger.
ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 4 daggers. I can try to throw them, but I also got a spell.
I know what I
Oh,
might do.
I have a weird
okay.
idea, but
Anybody climbing on the roof needs to roll an athletics check.
And she refuses.
he just makes it up top.
No. Okay, no. Itchy refuses to follow to go into the rooftop.
One of these
Rubbing his eyes and
buildings
shrugs, and then yeah, he was gonna climb up.
One of these buildings was supposed to be a bank. I should label that. Y'all might need that. Okay.
He like jumps. He sees like a clothesline. He grabs like a loose sheet and starts climbing up it.
Yeah. I mean, it's only like 10 feet up, so just an athletics check and you'll be good.
And she will
And the
keep an eye on
rolls.
the sky for the crow, but that's the best you're gonna get.
Huel, are you gonna stay where you are then, Inchi?
Yes.
Okay. Huel, it's a struggle to get up, but your halfling body is able to climb up onto the roof. Blinken,
Yeah.
what about you?
I want to argue that I could hop up there because my acrobatics is better.
I mean, you could try it. Give me an athletics roll. DC 11.
Acrobatics, please.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, my bad. I meant to say acrobatics.
come on.
Hey, yeah. So you are just
Let's
like
go.
you're able to hop up to the Zephyr watch post roof, which is a little bit lower, and then onto the roof of this red building. And
Okay.
Huel and Blinken, as you both hop up here, you see a familiar face, a friendly face. It is little Inchi, the little imp raven that follows y'all around and makes sure that Huel pays his debt on time. And he goes, "Hey guys, heard y'all had a fun night."
Fuck off.
They're always pretty fun, you know.
Yeah, they are. And Huel, he flies over and sits on your shoulder, which is his normal place.
I wish I had like a sling or something. I'm gonna Yeah,
All
I'm gonna
right.
like look at little Inchi and look over at the Raven and kind of like start putting 2 and 2 together.
So y'all like come over here. The City Watch finishes their Raven and they sign it off. Captain Zephyr of Troll Skull Alley. And they tie a little band around the scroll and the Raven's leg, and they send it off. And God damn it, roll 20. Why don't you ever have the fucking actual icon? But this little hooded cloaked figure is the Raven, and it flies up and it's like, gearing up. It like circles around right here while it orients itself. What do y'all do?
I would like to
Um.
grab little Inchi and start winding up
Okay.
He goes,
like
"Hey,
the
hey,
bird,
hey,
and I'm
hey,
gonna throw the
hey, hey, hey,
bird like
hey,
the
hey,
bird.
hey, hey!" Uh-huh.
I'm
And
like,
you're
hey
gonna
man, your
throw it?
boss said your boss said you gotta help me, so I'm throwing the bird at the other bird. I'm like, you gotta kill him.
He goes, "Oh, I'm down for that."
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I
Uh,
start winding up the bird like his arms like going like a whole clockwork motion,
Okay.
like 3 cranks, and he
Blinken.
throws it.
God damn it.
Blinken, do you try anything?
I'll wait, and if anything misses, I'll try to shoot the. Well, I want to wait till it goes a little further so that just in case if I do kill it, it drops in front of them, right? So
Yeah, okay.
That's smart.
So Huel, you throw little Inchi over at the Raven, and it gets pretty close to it. Little Inchi corrects your throw a little bit with its wings, and it starts clawing at the Raven, and the Raven tries to like get away. Gonna roll an attack for little Inchi, and since he's an imp, I think he'll get a +1 to it. 11.
As he makes contact like with the other bird, I'll see the feathers go flying. He's like, yes, get him, little itchy, like quietly, obviously.
A Raven's armor class is 12.
Also, he misses by 1.
of course, of course.
Imps actually get +5 to attack.
No fucking way.
I was gonna say if I could give him like a bardic, if you wanted to roll the 1d whatever.
Well, they can sting or bite if they're in their beast form. Melee attack +5 to hit, 5-foot reach, 1 target, 1d4 +3 piercing damage.
You're absolutely right. Goddamn. Okay, so little Itchy just like bites down on this Raven, just going for the throat. +5 to hit. 5, 1d4, +3.
Don't forget the
Piercing.
con save.
The target must make okay. So it takes 5 damage just from the bite alone. Let me look at the Raven's stats again. Got nothing about this session is what I planned. I love this game. I love this game so much. A Raven has 1 hit point, so it just and goes falling down like right over here. And little Inchi looks back up at you, and it opens its beak, and a red 3-fingered hand comes out and gives y'all a thumbs up.
Fucking love that.
Yeah, clap and like, give him a thumbs up back on the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, it shoves the little dead raven corpse to the side, and using its hand that's coming out of its beak, it takes the scrawled up note off the foot of the raven and flies back up to y'all. And says to you, Blinken, "See, I'm not an asshole."
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me use the bathroom, and then we'll go back to Thorgrin, and we're gonna wrap this up in 30 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Imps are scary little monsters.
They are.
I think I'm probably gonna dip out and go to bed, but I'll message Mike.
All right.
All right, well,
Take it easy.
you have a good night.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, no, this is cool. I'm usually busy on Saturday nights, so that's why this is like the first time I hopped in on it. But when I'm free, this is pretty fun.
Yeah, I tried to upload this shit on YouTube so you could catch the episodes if you need to.
Yeah, I thought that was Mike doing that, but
Oh yeah, he tries to do like
Oh,
the
they both
podcast
do.
style. Oh, I do the raw footage.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Hey, next time make a character, be a guest star.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Plays Little Inchy.
Oh god.
Yeah, just the imp.
I'll be the imp.
There you go.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks.
later.
Yeah, have a great night.
Yeah,
Have a
have
good
a good
night.
one. So, what makes me laugh is that if the Raven survived the initial damage, it would have to survive a con save or take 3d6 poison.
Yeah, like that wasn't making out of there with like you there and Blinken.
Well, I'm not there.
I mean, Blinken and Inchy. Sorry.
And she's not there.
You're on the ground.
Like behind
Yep.
the house.
Yeah, and
Oh, I
she's been
gotcha.
playing by the time this went down, he's gone through a couple of games of tic-tac-toe.
And he has yet to win.
True.
Yeah, if you look at it, that same pattern for the stalemate that happened, you just rotate it 90 degrees. That happens on the next couple of games. You just
Why is
90
this
degrees all of it.
happening?
I'm changing it up, but it just keeps stalemating.
We're smart for our own good. We can't beat ourselves at tic-tac-toe.
He's cheating.
Beat yourself up.
He knows what I'm gonna do before I do it.
All right, going back to Thorgrin, Aranax, and Elzerna. Thorgrin, as you're running through the city, you could always try to hire a rickshaw or a cart, a horse-drawn cart to take you wherever you want to go faster, or you could just keep walking.
No, I can't risk having anyone know what I'm doing.
Fair enough. Okay.
Because money speaks in the city, and I don't have enough money to buy silence.
I mean,
So
how much gold do you have?
I have 22 and a half.
That could buy a rickshaw driver's silence. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but threat of imprisonment for aiding and abetting, a kidnapping of a noble, I guarantee he's gonna flip. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the Sword Maiden, and then just go up the road that way to Troll Skull.
All right, I'll let you cover a good bit of distance, cutting through these back alleys here. You continue walking along. Now, when you get to the high road, if you want to go to the Sword Maiden, you have to cross the high road. There's no way around that. The high road, even for this late at night, it is busy. There are people going about the nightlife. There are workers going to and getting off their late shifts. There are merchants that are still selling food out of carts here. And this high road is very well lit with lanterns and drift globes. There are members of the City Watch posted all around here, but they don't seem to be like patrolling like the guards were up at Troll Skull Alley.
Well, biker. I'm going to do my old famous magic trick of taking clothes off of clotheslines on the way there and
Okay.
changing our appearance.
Okay. Sounds
And-
good to me.
And I'm
Mhm.
going to do something I never thought I would do.
Okay.
So, I take, you know how I described what the mothers do. With the
What?
strap. No. The strap. You know how when mothers are carrying newborns and they have the the strap over their shoulders where they could just hang the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I mentioned it before, yeah. So I'm going to do that to both of them.
This is an 8-year-old child that is as big as you, and Aranax comes up
Dwarves
like
are
to
big
your
for
waist.
kids, okay? Dwarves are big for kids. And plus, I could just be a very fat guy. No one knows.
A very short, fat guy. Yeah.
For all I know is that they're looking for a dwarf with a big beard.
Hello?
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 Oh.
Yeah, my Discord was
Hello?
crapping the bed a minute
Hello?
ago too.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I dipped out. So I said Elzerna
I heard you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I heard you. I guess you just didn't hear me.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna play as a very fat like dwarf. And the goal is, I know they're looking for a dwarf with a very long beard, which I have.
It's also important that Aranax is not seen.
Yeah, So I'm going to half my beard.
You're gonna cut it?
I'm gonna cut half my beard off. And I'm going to put it over Aranax's head when I'm carrying him, so it looks like
Uh-huh.
hair.
Okay.
And I'm going to just beeline it across the street. I'm going to make it look like I'm just in a hurry. I'm trying to get home. Uh, and if anyone, tries to look closer, I'm going to try to, not let them get a closer look. But overall,
Okay.
I'm just going to, flow with the crowd, not, keep my distance from the guards.
All right. It's a tense situation, but you've been in plenty of tense situations before. Elzerna is concerned. Aranax is squirming just a bit, but you've done enough. I don't think I'm gonna make you roll to just walk across the street. So you quickly cut across. As you exit the sea ward and head into the north ward, the qualities of the buildings change. There's a bit of tenement housing here where guild workers live, packed together in apartments. And you can see that there are a few people out on the streets, sleeping on the streets, sleeping in the alleyways. And you can see that there are signs about that say vacancies open. But you're able to continue on walking. Let me charge my computer real quick. You're
Yep.
able to get past Stabbed Sailor Alley uh, and up onto Hyacinth Street, and you come by the 50-foot tall statue of the or of the Sword Maiden, a tall stone statue of a woman in breastplate with a long sword by her side. She stands regally facing the south. And as you do, you again hear what sounds like chains rattling on these rooftops above you. What do you do?
Uh, Obviously, I'm going to perception check,
Roll a
if that's
perception
cool.
check.
16.
16. You look
Yeah.
up, and I'm moving your tokens here. Um, so you're about right here, and you look up and you see what looks like two figures leap from this rooftop right here over to this other rooftop. And you hear a familiar voice say, "Over there, towards High Road. That was the last place I picked up her. That was the last place the locate object spell worked. Give me a minute and I'll be able to cast it again." And you hear some chains rattle, and you hear a voice go, "Okay." That familiar voice you heard was a very proper, prim voice, the voice of Milton, the butler.
Okay. Um, I'm going to drop a Thieves Guild bandana
Mm-hmm.
and kick a barrel and pick up the kid and, the dragon. Dash as fast as I can to the right to get away from where we are.
Okay.
Just to make it a little diversion.
Yep.
And make sure that the band, the headband, is still there.
Okay. And you're going to dash to the right, you say? So you make it all the way to Uslabar Street. And
Yep.
you know that if you, you actually come out on well gone way, you know that if you head north, you'll be able to cut into Troll Skull Alley.
Okay, so they're here. We went this way.
Uh-huh. They're heading towards the high road, so because
They're
you
going
can't
that
just
way.
cast over and over and over again. It takes a little bit of time before he can cast it again. So the last time
Okay.
he had your location, you were on the high road.
Okay. Um. I don't think they heard me when I made noise.
Did you want them to hear you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you hear Milton say, "Wait, what was that?" And would you be watching to see what they do, or did
No.
you just?
So the goal was, assuming like we were, as you said, on this corner here.
Mm-hmm.
I just moved Arthanax. If we were
Okay.
there, I would kick, break, whatever, a barrel to make the noise, drop a Thieves Guild bandana, and then I would book
Mm-hmm.
it to the right street.
Okay. Do you peer around the corner at all to watch them, or are you just
No,
running?
I'm running.
Okay. Okay.
I
Uh,
don't want to be there when they get there.
okay. You hear Milton say, "Stop. What was that?" Osvaldo, down to the street. And you hear the sound of two people like leaping from a roof and landing on the dusty street. But you are already running north, up Whalegond Way. One of the last things you hear is 30 seconds. I'll be able to cast again.
In 15 seconds, I'm going to start running hard right, away from Troll Skull.
Okay. You make it over to Uslabarn Street, and you know that now 30 seconds has passed. And Elzerna actually like grips her ring finger again and says, "It's burning. Ow."
We're almost back. They should have something to deal with it.
Okay. So
And
you can guess that they know your location as of right now.
as of right now, okay. Wait here like 6 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're not going to catch up to me in 6 seconds.
No.
That way they think we're in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cut through and just beeline it to Troll Skull as fast as I can.
Okay. So you beeline it to Troll Skull. That will take you about a full minute to do. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oh shit. God damn it. That should be on a map layer. Oh, that should also be on a map layer. God damn it. Okay, gonna take you back to Troll Skull Alley. Thorgren, oh, let me drag y'all over there. Oh, I got you there. I'm a good DM. I know how the system works. Thorgren, you are running in from the east of Delzorin Street. You're right here. Uh, so looking like up here, this is the Steam and Steel, where those two Ganashi are hard at work making armor. There's the entrance over here, the south entrance right here, but there's also the Zephyr watch post right there. What do you do?
Uh,
Oh, also Elziner goes, "Oh, ah," as her ring finger burns again, just from the repeated magic that's been cast on it probably every minute since you left Castellanter Manor.
okay. Uh, I'm gonna give her a little bit of cloth, to bite on so she doesn't yell.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna walk down the street, hugging the right side of the road, or the left side, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get to say around here, we're gonna like squeeze between the buildings here.
Where?
The clothier. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
little gap if I can try to squeeze through,
I see that. I see that. I'll drag you all the way over
if
here.
possible, if possible.
All right, I'm going to say that takes you about 15 seconds, but as you're walking right here, Huel and Blinken and Little Inchi, y'all would see what appears to be a very fat dwarf walking with or breathing very
Exaggerated.
deeply, breathing very deeply, carrying a lot of weight. Uh, you would recognize the tattooed head, but you wouldn't recognize the beard. That would be your friend Thorgrin. Thorgrin, you wouldn't be able to see them because they are under pass without trace. Huel, Blinken, what would you do?
I look at Heel and kind of, you know, nod and point at them and say we should probably head down, towards the manor. What do you think?
Surely that's not. Look, he's got the same tattoo.
Yeah, but I would assume that the fatness is probably Aranex.
Oh, I see.
Remember, we can't risk showing a dragon around here.
Yeah, perhaps we should just get back.
All right, let's
Thornton
head
will know
down.
what to do.
Yeah, let's head down. Let's head down towards the back over here.
Okay. All right, so y'all head back over to Inchi. Uh, um, okay. Thorgrin, Elzerna, and Aranex, you get over to this area. The beginning of this is going to be the hardest part. Thorgrin, you're going to need to roll a dex check to squeeze between these two buildings. DC 8. Hey, look at that.
21.
You're able to maneuver and shift everybody around. You're able to squeeze through, and you come out by the clothier, and you're actually standing in front of Bookworm's Treasure, where you were earlier. Where are you going now?
I'm just gonna casually walk back to the house.
All right.
We are so close. There's no point making a scene.
All right. Um, do you guys want to meet up here on the street or at the manor? Thorgrin, it's been about 45 seconds since Elzerna's ring burned.
And she's sitting behind the crates doing his little games, waiting for everyone else to get done paving.
I'll say, for the sake of it, like Thorgrin was able to do that about the same time Huel and Blinken like climbed down.
Okay. And
So y'all would see Thorgrin walking up. His beard is half as long. He looks like he's gained about like 20 pounds. Little Inchi is like laughing at him on Huel's shoulder. Inchi is playing tic-tac-toe, and Blinken, you have the scroll in your hands. Thorgrin, 50 seconds has passed.
I smack
Okay, I'm gonna
Inchi,
start-
I'm assuming that you're walking towards us, so I want to smack Inchi and say, "Can you do this now?" And I hand him the scroll.
I was gonna say I'm shuffling at this point now to get there faster.
You said, but and she's gonna say, "Hey, get that! I almost won."
Just you won. Congratulations. Here, have a prize. Do this. And I said, just hand him the scroll and do it. And I point at her finger.
Whoa, I'm hearing Bumblebee right now. What do you say?
Am I robotic or is everybody?
No,
You
it's
were a
Sean.
bit.
Okay, this is a me issue. I'd be back.
On my end, it was a Sean issue, not Schizo. So
Okay. Hello.
hello.
Issue's still there, but I'll roll with it.
All right. Inchi, Blinken just shoved a scroll in your hand, pointed at Elzerna, and said, "Do this." The scroll he handed you is a Dispel Magic scroll.
Hopefully you heard that.
Oh no! Hey, Sean, if you can hear us, we'll give you a minute. I gotta use the bathroom anyway.
Yeah, I can hear you now, but whatever just happened, like story-wise, I think I missed.
Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Y'all catch him up.
Yeah.
Thorgren, 52 seconds.
He wants you to cast dispel magic on the ring.
Yeah, I got the scroll so you could do it.
Oh, okay. So I can just read off the scroll.
Yeah, because I paid a lot of money for this, and we need to do this now, ASAP. I point at the finger and just use this.
I know I shouldn't be arguing for this, but since we established that Inchi is dyslexic, would this be like a disadvantage cast or what?
I mean, mechanically, it wouldn't it
It
not?
would be an Arcana.
Yeah, it's like an Arcana thing.
Ah,
You're a ranger, right, Skits?
Yep, I'm a ranger.
Well, shit.
I don't think I could fucking use a scroll. I
You
would have
can't.
done it. Yeah.
No, I just checked. Because I forgot if rangers could dispel magic or not.
if Inchi's
Oh.
dyslexic, should it be a possibility that I try to roll for Akrana instead of
I,
Arcana?
I, I think we decided that if you turn it upside down, you can read properly.
I read with advantage. I get you.
I didn't say that. You can read normally so long as you turn it upside down. That's how you taught yourself how to read.
I see. Okay.
You're effectively dyslexic, but not actually dyslexic. Just no one was around to tell you to turn the book around.
Yeah.
And she is how he always is, very confused.
55 seconds. Inchi, what do you do?
Oh, you want me to use the scroll here?
Yeah. Hurry up.
All right, all right. And she unravels the scroll. And it's like, huh? What? Oh! Wait a minute. And she like turns the scroll around, and he has to peer through his arms because he still has his arms in the way of his reading. Dispel. Yeah, and
Inchi, if you don't dispel this right now, we're probably going to die.
This is
just give me
technically,
a,
it's
give
already
me.
been 5 seconds, so.
Hey, give him a second, Thorgren.
A, yeah, give me a couple minutes.
But we don't know
and,
about that, though, unless you mentioned that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like Inchi would then just cast detect magic or dispel magic. That's what it is.
All right. When you cast that, Thorgren, you think it's so close to the edge, but Inchi, you touch the ring on Elzerna's finger, and it
Wait, wait,
grows.
wait, hold on. Do I need a spell slot
No.
for this? No.
No, because you're
No.
Not from
getting
casting
it
from
from a
scroll.
scroll.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You're getting
Continue.
the power from the magic words on the scroll.
Gotcha. Okay.
Inchi, you touch this ring on Elzerna's finger, and it grows to twice its radius, and it slips off of her finger, falls onto the ground, and vibrates just a little bit. Of course, the spell that you took off was the spell of immovable object. Anybody that knows this object could still cast locate object on it.
Chuck it. Chuck it now.
So
But
I'm
what if I
going
could
to
sell?
hand. I'm gonna hand the kid and the dragon to Blinken.
Yep.
I'm going to take the bandana off my head, wrap the ring in it, and I'll be back in 20 again. I'll meet you guys inside, and I just start.
Okay.
I'm just huffing and
What's
puffing
little
at this
instant?
point. I'll be back.
Thorgrin, where are you running?
I'm going back to the sewer.
You run over that way, but your companions would grab you and say there's city watch that way.
I'm gonna go take the long way to the sewer from the north.
Hey, if you're trying to go to the sewer, let me show you a better access tunnel.
I swear to God, if I have to carry another gun, hop on, Inchi.
Why,
Let's
why
go.
are you carrying everybody?
Because I can run faster than all of them.
I guess that's true.
And she hops on Thorgrin's
Hey.
back, it
How
grabs
you
a
doing,
bit of his
man?
hair, like whips it like a horse, says, "This way, onward."
I'm just gonna grumble and go wherever he's leading me.
Okay, so Thorgrin and Inchi run off this way. Huel, Blinken, Little Inchi, Aranex, and Elzerna, what do? You know that whatever locate object spell was cast on that ring was just cast right here. So whoever is looking for it is going to come right here.
Well, I mean, obviously, we would probably run to the manor at that point.
All right. You start booking it towards the manor.
Wait, which group is the girl?
We do.
With the guys. You and me
Yeah.
are by ourselves with the ring that's being tracked.
Gotcha.
All right, Blinken, Huel, Aranex, and Elzerna, and Little Inchi, you're running along, all covered by Blinken's Pass Without Trace spell. And as y'all start getting into Troll Skull Manor, you swear you hear one of the guards at the Zephyr watch post say, "Oi, is someone up there on the roof?" But you're able to make it all the way to Troll Skull Manor, and it be quicker just to duck into the bar area rather than go to the staircase on the side. Okay, Thorgrin, Inchi, y'all are taking the long way to the sewer, you said?
Well, before we answer that, I have a question. How
Okay.
long has my character been full sprinting at?
I mean, you've been doing it all night, probably about like 30 minutes of sprinting.
Okay, at what point do you want me to start rolling for con saves for exhaustion?
Go ahead and do
Because
that now.
do that now? Okay. Don't get me wrong, there was a piece of me like just sitting here quietly, like, don't tell him. But no, this adds to it. 25.
I mean, buddy, you're pulling through it. You're gonna be tired tomorrow, but you're all good right now.
Okay.
Y'all can move your own tokens or use the distance tool to tell me like where you're planning on moving.
Wherever Inchi's leading me. He said that he knew another way to the sewer.
And she's stomping on Thorgrin's right hip, kind of like how we had with the teacher routine to turn right. This way, this way.
So what, y'all are cutting up here by the carriage and stables?
He said
Or
right, so I'm assuming.
oh shit, down here?
Yeah.
So
I can't select my token. I can select Inchi's, but not mine.
I'm
Oh, that's
just kind of
weird.
making a joke at the moment. I'm just trying to lead him in the direction of the nearest free access grate for the sewer.
Thorgrin, that should be fixed now.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go south, and head for the nearest sewer grate. That's not
Uh,
right here.
as y'all do, y'all pass by the Zephyr watch post, and you also hear them say, "Oi, is that someone there on the roof?"
Again, like I said before, I'm not stealthing. I'm hauling ass.
God damn it, Sean. All right, hauling ass. I think that would get y'all to about right here. And then you hear it. The sound of something big and heavy jumping down and landing on the cobblestone street. Right after that big thud, there's a soft, gentle thud of a man very practiced in acrobatics landing softly on the street. Milton is the first one you recognize. Standing beside him is something 8 feet tall, something wrapped in chains with blades on its ends. This is the Chain Devil, Osvaldo Castellanter, and they are looking directly at you two.
Inchy, get in my arms.
Inchy just hops right in.
Uh, I'm going to try to quickly cover my face so Milton doesn't see it. Because I'm assuming it was covered, but just to like double check.
You, yeah, you said you had your cloak on and you cut your
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah. So
And I don't think Inchi did any jobs for Milton with you, so his
No.
cover's not blown.
Inchy casts invisibility though. He just wants to be invisible.
Okay. Yeah, Inchi goes invisible immediately.
Okay. Inchy, if anything goes south, take this ring and fucking run.
Can I
Ditch
can
it
I just
somewhere.
can I
Take
just
it.
walk? My feet are a little tired.
I'm just staring at you with daggers.
Inchy's invisible, so you're like staring at his forehead.
Yeah, I am. Just staring at your forehead with daggers, and I'm like, those two are going to try to kill us in a second. Take the ring and ditch it somewhere far, far away from here.
All right. You have one saving grace, so I'm going to split this city watch token. They normally represent 3 people. Right now they're representing 1 each. There's the injured one up here that you threw the sewer grate at earlier. Shit. Why are you barking? And then
Arf.
one steps out here on the corner and says, "Oi, what's going on out there?" And Osvaldo ducks into the shadows. And Milton looks at you, Thorgrin, suspiciously. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Hey,
Okay.
Yo.
Osvaldo, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is Osvaldo Castellanter. He is a chain devil.
We thought he was dead.
I mean, he technically is.
Yeah.
Do you know what they
Is
do?
that-
You know what devils do to you? They hollow you out from the inside out, and then they take over your
Oh.
body.
Yeah, and like putting 2 and 2 together about what Elzerna said, he's more controlled rather than conscious.
So they killed their son and turned him into a monster.
Well, it's more
I mean,
out of character. I think it's more that they did a deal with whoever, and they turned that thing into a monster for the greater good for the Castellaner.
well,
Mm.
either way, if they decide to throw hands, I'll kill him again.
Sure. Anyways.
This was a very fun session, guys. I thought there was going to be a boss fight in this, but y'all were able to think on your feet and work very well. And now you have Elzerda Castellanter joins the party.
Yeah, you're lucky
And no
I have
one's
that much money.
died.
Yep, and you're all back to being just a bit broke.
I can
Yeah.
picture next session if I survive. Blinking corners, me knife in hand. Give me your fucking money.
Yeah, I really wanted y'all to get away, but then you took the corner right by them, so
Well, Sean said we take the right, so I took the right.
yep. All right, so this is where we'll pick up next session. Sean is invisible. Thorgren is visible but disguised. Osvaldo is hiding, clearly not wanting to be seen. Milton is standing in the street, and a member of the City Watch stands between the two of you, wondering what the fuck is going on.
The invisibility might be good to play in the next session because I will not make it to next week's session.
Yeah, I was gonna say next week is like a wrestling thing anyway, so we could take a week off.
Okay. Yeah, we can
Okay,
take a break.
because
Sweet.
I'm
Oh,
finally
You
about
shut
to
up.
DM my second session.
Hey,
I'll
that's
let you
great,
guys know
man.
in advance.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be here a couple Saturdays from now. I can tell you exactly. The
If we have to
31st.
take 2 week 31st is a couple
Oh,
weeks
dude,
off.
that's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like
So it's far.
4 weeks.
Just planning ahead. So just
All right, we're skipping the 10th, so we'll be here on the 17th.
All right.
Nice.
So yeah, thank you all for playing, and I'll go ahead and rate someone, and we'll be on next
Yeah.
time.
I'm glad
Hey,
I
so
made
how
it.
many viewers do we get? Yeah, thanks for not dying, Brax.
Yeah.